They always say, she doesn't care, just move on. But what if I told you she does care? What if I told you her silence isn't strength, it's fear? She's not ghosting you because she's over it. She's quiet because she's watching, waiting to see if you're still stuck in her web, still chasing, still playing right into her hands. And the moment you slip up, the second you show weakness, you prove her right. But today, that stops. If you're watching this, it means you're done being the one who's always chasing. You're done handing your power to someone who feeds off your reactions, and you're ready to learn the one move that flips the entire game. Silence. Not passive silence, not scared silence. Calculated, controlled, deadly silence. It's the move that makes her question everything. It's how you take back your power, your confidence, your self-respect. And listen, this isn't just about dating. It's about life, respect, control, power. It all comes down to how you respond when someone tries to shake your foundation. So sit tight, lock in, because by the end of this video, you're not just going to stop chasing. You're going to walk away with your head high and your energy untouchable. Before we dive in, drop a comment below. I will never chase again. Say it for yourself. Say it so the world hears you. Because every single day, people fall into the same trap. Someone they care about pulls back, creates distance, and suddenly everything shifts. Now they're glued to their phone, overthinking every text, every pause, every bit of silence. And just like that, they do the one thing that hands all their power away. They react. That's the problem. Modern relationships, they're power plays. And the second you chase, you lose value. The second you show them how much their silence is eating you up, you give them all the leverage. But here's the truth. The most powerful people on the planet, whether it's in business, love, or life, they don't react. They watch. They read the room. They adapt. And when someone tries to play games, they go silent. And that's exactly what we're breaking down today. Number 1, she wants you to react. She's pulling away on purpose. The delayed texts, the sudden coldness, the vibe shift. Where she used to be all in, morning texts, plans for the weekend, now it's radio silence. But don't get it twisted. She's still lurking. She's watching your stories, making sure you see her looking good, living it up, and making it look like she doesn't have a care in the world. Why? Because she's waiting on something from you. A slip, a crack in your control. One little moment where you fold and ask, hey, is something wrong? And the moment you do, she wins. Because the second you react, she knows she's still got you wrapped up. You're still emotionally invested. And that gives her the green light to keep playing. She'll keep testing you, seeing how far she can push before you break. Most guys, they do break. They spiral. They check their phone every few minutes. They replay convos like detectives, searching for clues. They panic, thinking if they don't say something now, she'll disappear for good. So they reach out, double text, over-apologize for things that don't even make sense. And you know what that gets them? Nothing. Because she doesn't respect it. She expects it. A woman only plays games like this with a man she's unsure about. Someone she doesn't fully respect yet. And when you show her that your sense of worth depends on her validation, you're done. That's when she checks out completely. Not just pulling away, she's running. Because now she knows. Her attention controls your emotions. Without her, you fall apart. And here's the raw truth. Women don't chase men who fall apart. They chase the men who are unfazed. The ones who don't flinch whether she stays or goes. She thinks she's seen this movie before. She thinks you'll crack. She thinks you'll come crawling back just to prove your worth. But then, you don't. You go silent. You stay calm. You show her that her absence doesn't even register on your radar. And that is when the game flips. Because now she's the one overthinking. Now she's the one wondering, did I misread him? Is he really moving on? Did I just lose something real? That feeling creeping in? It's doubt. And doubt is what shatters her confidence. It makes her second guess everything she thought she knew about you. But here's the kicker most guys miss. By the time she finally realizes she messed up, it's too late. Because that version of you, the one who would have chased, begged, and broken under pressure, that guy's gone. You've evolved into something she never expected. A man she can't manipulate. A man she can't control. And that, my friend, is the one thing she fears the most. Number 2, your silence shatters her control. Silence, it's loud, it's uncomfortable. It's the reason people scroll mindlessly, blast music, binge shows, anything to avoid being alone with their thoughts. So when you go silent, you force her to face something she wasn't ready for, herself. She expected you to chase, to double text, to come running the second she pulled back. But now, she's the one glued to her phone. She's the one rereading your old messages. She's the one wondering when she lost her grip on you. Yeah, she might post that out with the girls pic. She might suddenly be all over social media, smiling, dressed up, even posing with another guy. But don't be fooled. That's not confidence. That's bait. She wants to see if it still works, if she still has that power, if you'll react like you used to. But when the notification never comes, when you don't watch the story, don't like the pic, don't reach out, that's when it hits. The panic, the uncertainty. Now she's in the position you used to be in, checking, waiting, overthinking, wondering, is he really gone? Did I just lose a man who actually mattered? And that fear is exactly what starts pulling her back in. But this is where most guys blow it. She finally sends a message, something light, casual. Hey, hope you're doing well. Just checking in. Not because she misses you, not because she's owning up to anything. She just wants to see if you're still waiting around. Most guys light up. They think, this is it. She realized what she lost. And they reply instantly. Big mistake. Because the second she sees that fast reply, she knows. She still owns space in your mind. You're still waiting for her. And just like that, she's gone again. Because it was never about getting back with you. It was about soothing her ego. That's why the most powerful move you can make is none at all. Silence. Because if she's serious, she won't just toss you a lazy text. She'll reach out with intention. She'll make it clear she regrets losing you. Until then, stay quiet. Stay solid. Because silence plants seeds of doubt. And doubt is what flips the power dynamic. Here's the best part. By the time she's ready to actually chase you, you're no longer waiting. You've built something better. A stronger mindset. A life that doesn't revolve around her attention. A level of self-respect she never expected. And now, she's chasing something she can't touch. Because the version of you that needed her doesn't exist anymore. Now you're the ghost, and she's the one haunted by what she lost. Number 3, when doubt replaces control. She thought you'd always be there, waiting, hoping, hovering just outside her world, ready to drop everything the second she showed even a little interest. She believed she had time to play her games, test your patience, and come back whenever she felt like it. But now, it's quiet, too quiet. And that silence, it starts eating away at her. At first, it's just a passing thought. Why hasn't he texted? Then it grows. Wait, did he move on? And before she knows it, that little flicker of curiosity turns into something stronger. Doubt. And behind that doubt is fear. Fear that she miscalculated. Fear that she assumed you'd chase like everyone else. Fear that the man she thought she had on a leash just slipped through her fingers. Because here's the thing. She expected you to fight for her, to beg for answers, to prove your worth. But you didn't. You did the exact thing she didn't see coming. You vanished. You went silent. You stopped showing up. And now, you've given her something she has no control over. The unknown. And nothing gets under someone's skin more than uncertainty. It's what keeps people glued to their phones. It's what keeps them up at night. It's why cliffhangers make movies unforgettable. She's now living in that cliffhanger, and it's eating her alive. She's watching your page, not once, not casually, obsessively. She checks to see if you're online, stalks your stories, zooms in on every picture, searching for signs of someone new. She won't like your posts, but she's watching. She won't text you, but she's thinking. And the longer your silence lasts, the louder her doubt becomes. Even her friends, the same ones who told her, he'll come back, they always do. They're starting to second guess it too, because your silence is saying something louder than words ever could. You don't need her anymore. And that shift, that's what terrifies her. Now she's spiraling, replaying every conversation, analyzing every message, questioning every move she made. And somewhere deep down, the truth starts sinking in. She took you for granted. She assumed you were just like the rest. She assumed you'd still be there when she was finally ready. But now, she's not so sure. And that doubt, it doesn't stay inside. It leaks into her behavior. Suddenly she's testing the waters. Not with a confession, not with an apology. Her ego won't let her go there yet. Instead, she drops breadcrumbs, likes an old post, replies to your story with something random, maybe even accidentally sends a text meant for someone else. And here's where most guys lose the game. They take the bait. They see a like and think, she wants me back. They see a hey, hope you're good text and think, she finally realized what she lost. So they pounce. They respond instantly. They reach out. And just like that, she's gone again. Because it was never about reconnecting. It was about control. She just needed to know she still had it. The truth? Watching isn't chasing. Liking isn't regretting. A vague text isn't a heartfelt apology. A woman who truly regrets losing you, she doesn't play games. She says, I messed up. She says, I miss you. She shows up, and she makes it clear she's not just testing the waters, she's ready to dive in. Until that happens, silence. Because silence is what keeps her guessing. And that constant questioning, that's what puts the power back in your hands. But even better, that questioning sets you free. Because while she's been stuck in her head, overanalyzing, doubting, regretting, you've been working. You've been growing. You've been in the gym, chasing goals, building a better life. You weren't waiting for her to decide if you were worth it. You already knew you were. And now, by the time she's finally ready to let her pride go, by the time she wants to fight for you, prove herself, earn back what she lost, she's too late. Because the man she thought she knew, the version of you that waited around, he's gone. Now she's chasing a ghost and regretting the version of you she never even got the chance to meet. Number 4. Now she's the one trying to pull you back. She hates this. Not just the silence, not just the distance. She hates the feeling that she might have miscalculated, that she lost control, that she let something valuable walk away. Because in her mind, she was calling the shots. She thought she could pull back, disappear for a while, and you'd come crawling back. That you'd be right there, ready to fix things, eager to prove you still cared. That was the plan. But then something happened she never saw coming. You went dark. No chasing, no explaining, no begging. And that shakes her. Now she doesn't know where she stands. And the one thing she can't handle is not knowing. See, she assumed she had time. She figured she could test you, push you away, and you'd still be orbiting around her. But instead, she's left feeling the weight of her own choices. And when someone feels the loss of something they thought was guaranteed, they panic. But don't expect a grand apology. She's not about to admit she messed up. She's not going to send you a long, heartfelt message owning everything. That would mean giving up control. So instead, she'll test the waters. A story view, a like on an old post, a vague little text. Hey, saw something that reminded me of you. She's not reaching out because she misses you. She's fishing for validation. She wants to know, do you still care? Do I still have power over you? And if you respond fast, if you jump at the bait, she gets her answer. You're still there, still hooked, still waiting. And just like that, she's gone again. Because it was never about you. It was about her ego. But if you don't react, if you stay silent, that's when things shift. Now she's spinning. Now she has no idea where she stands. So she ramps it up. Another message, a deeper one, a memory, a song, an accidental text. Maybe she starts posting thirst traps or hanging out with other guys just to get a rise out of you. But you don't flinch, you don't bite, because you see it for what it is, a game. This isn't love, it's a power play. And your silence, it breaks the game, because now she has to face a truth she never prepared for. You're not the man she can run back to whenever she needs validation. You're not her emotional safety net anymore. You've outgrown the version of yourself that needed her. And this is the crossroads. Now she has to decide, does she fight for you, or does she accept that she lost you? If she was never really invested to begin with, she'll vanish. Because she didn't want you, she wanted the attention. But if she realizes what she lost, if it hits her that she let a high-value man walk away, she won't play games, she won't drop breadcrumbs. She'll come to you with clarity, with humility, with real effort. She'll say, I was wrong. She'll say, I miss you. She'll make it undeniable. And when that happens, you hold the power. You choose if she's worth another shot. You decide if she deserves to be in your space again. You set the terms, if you even want her back at all. Because by then, you're not the man she left. You've leveled up. You've evolved. And now, you've become the man she was secretly hoping you'd be all along. But it's too late. You're already gone. That's power. That's self-respect. That's why she'll never forget you. Number 5. Emotional detachment is your superpower. Everything changes the moment you let go. The moment you stop chasing. The moment you stop needing someone to see your worth. The second you stop trying to convince her, or anyone, that you're enough. That's the moment you become free. True freedom isn't found in getting her back. It's found in not needing her in the first place. Emotional detachment is power. It's the quiet strength most people will never understand, let alone master. It's the difference between a man who lives life on his terms and one who's always stuck reacting, panicking every time someone pulls away. If you don't master this, here's your reality. You'll always be the one waiting for her reply. You'll always be the one overthinking every word she says or doesn't say. You'll always be the one wondering, what did I do wrong? While she's out, living her life, completely unbothered. She's not losing sleep. She's not glued to her phone. You are. Why? Because somewhere along the way, you were conditioned to believe that proving your worth meant winning her back. But here's the truth that will set you free. You don't need her. You don't need closure. You don't need her validation to know who you are. What you need is to let go. And when you do, you reclaim every ounce of energy, dignity, and power you gave away. Because women don't chase emotionally fragile men. They don't chase desperation. They don't chase men begging for validation. They chase strength. They chase certainty. They chase the man who's already whole, with or without them. The man who doesn't flinch. The man who doesn't chase. The man who walks away and never looks back. That's the man they regret losing. Not the one who kept texting. Not the one who kept waiting. Not the one who begged for one more shot. But the one who went silent, healed, and became something she could never control. That's the man she thinks about at night. That's the man she compares everyone else to. That's the man who makes her wonder, what if? And by the time she figures it out, he's long gone. Because detachment isn't about playing games. It's about knowing you're already enough. It's about looking in the mirror and saying, I don't need anyone's approval to feel valuable. That mindset, it changes everything. When you stop chasing attention, you attract it. When you stop needing people, they start needing you. When you stop reacting emotionally, you start owning every room you walk into. And here's the best part. This mindset doesn't just fix your love life. It upgrades your whole life. Every relationship, every business move, every decision you make. When people realize they can't manipulate you, can't shake you, can't get inside your head, they start respecting you on a whole different level. Because in a world full of emotionally unstable, approval-seeking people, you're different, you're solid, you're untouchable. You've mastered emotional detachment, and now you're the one who holds the power.